What's up and welcome back. I'm John Stark, back to MovieGuy.com, your favorite blind film critic. And today, we're going to blow some shit up. This is The Specialist. It is the 30th anniversary of The Specialist, which is one of those cheesy golden 90s age action movies that's just perfect. Just perfect as is. It's not good, but it's perfect. You know what I'm talking about. You've seen those movies where you're like, oh my God, what's wrong here? Is there a plot? What? That doesn't make any sense. Well, that just doesn't, that could never happen. What's happening? Let's go, oh my. Then by the end of it, you're like, that was amazing. That's The Specialist. You might have seen this movie before and had that same exact reaction where you're like, I don't, but that doesn't make any, oh God, this movie's dumb. And then at the end of it, you're just like, fuck, that was great. It's just baffling. I did have this with audio description. It stars Sylvester Stallone, Sharon Stone, James Woods, and Rod Steiger. And it's it's a movie about a guy who likes to blow shit up. That's just, let's be honest. It's actually based on a series of books. It's unfortunate that they didn't go forward with more Specialist movies. I know this movie didn't do well, but this never stopped us before. It's like, how many Crow sequels do we have? Like, at a certain point, you have to go, well, the second one didn't do... Oh, they're making a third. Like, we're just going to keep making Crow movies. Cool. They made a sequel to The Art of War. Did you remember there was a movie called The Art of War? Well, they made a sequel to it. So, yeah, they could have made more Specialist movies. And we open up with Stallone and Woods, and they play like CIA buddies or something like that. And Stallone he's the rigger, and Woods is the trigger, as Woods says. Like, Woods' whole job is to push the button. That's his sole purpose in life. Like, Sylvester Stallone has to rig the whole bomb and determine, like, where to put it to blow things up precisely. And James Woods is like, I got this. Boop. So much skill. The opening sequence involves them, I don't know, somewhere blowing somebody up for something, but Stallone sees that there's a girl in the car, and he's like, no! But Woods blows her up anyway, and their friendship ends in that instant. Stallone punches him in the face, and we cut to years later. And Stallone is sort of like an underground for hire specialist, and people have been trying to find him and look for him and bring him out of the woodwork. And oh, Eric Roberts is in this too. It's really easy to forget he's even alive sometimes. So, so Eric Roberts made his way into this movie. Yeah, so Sharon Stone shows up and wants to hire Stallone to blow some people up who wronged her, and basically blow Eric Roberts up. She wants to blow Eric Roberts up. And of course, the reasoning, you could hire a hitman, and she's like, bullets lack precision. I'm like, well, I mean, but bombs blow lots of things up a bullet anyway. So, but we gotta go somewhere. A lot of one-liners, a lot of cheesy dialogue in here. It's great. I love it. I think there's a scene in here where Stallone does yoga. I'm not really sure why. It's got to get that exercise in there. I guess this was still in the phase when Stallone was still, like, attractive as a muscular man, and of course Stone's attractive, coming out of her femme fatale stuff. She's really more of a femme fatale here, so she's still a femme fatale, but She's kind of stuck in that role, and people keep grabbing her boob. Like James Woods grabs her breast so many times in this movie for no apparent reason other than to just do it. Like in the audio description too, it's just like he grabs her breast, and I'm like, but why? This isn't even a sexy scene. He's just like, Sharon Stone's standing there, and he's just like, we need to talk about our plans. It's just, um, I didn't say this movie was great. I like well written or directed or acted or anything like that. I just said it was fun. By the end of it, you're just like, I don't know what that was, but I had a lot of fun watching that. It's one of those movies. There are a lot of those movies that you can. Uh, this is where being a critic. This is what defines critics, because some critics will be like, "This was garbage. This is lowbrow, just a waste of time and screen and cinema, and we can't do anything with this." Then there are those of us that can laugh at it and be like, "Yeah, it wasn't good, but it was stupid fun." Um, there's a scene where I don't know. He keeps blowing people up. Somebody's stuck here with like an awful Tony Montana accent. Say hello to my little friend. There's a character that walks around with that accent like the whole time. Um, like they just watched Scarface, and they're just doing that impression for their friends permanently for the rest of their life. You know, James Woods is he's just delivering one-liners. He's just there to be angry. There's at one point where he's trying to catch Stallone, so he puts out like a singles ad. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, man, those are old. Does anybody remember what a singles ad was? Like, try to explain it to a kid. I was thinking, like, if I had a kid and I was watching The Specialist, I'd have to explain to him that people used to write in to newspapers with ads like lonely man seeking, you know. So he writes this thing that's like in code, but it also causes him to get like, it's obviously like a code for his old buddy. I think some CIA trick, right? Check the personals, you'll see. But it also just gets a lot of like random people to call in, so it's funny. Of course, Stallone and Stone have sex in the movie. They have to, and that was, you know, um, described. It was described as such. I was thinking to myself, I was like, I don't remember that many for somebody who started out the Italian Stallion. I don't remember Sylvester Stallone doing many sex scenes throughout his career. I don't. Either they're not memorable in the movies in which he's in, or like I was struggling. I was like, where has he had? He seems to avoid them more often than not. When you really think about his movies, he seems to avoid sex scenes. So here he gets to, like, I guess Sharon Stone is here, and that's the purpose, so why not? When in Rome, ladies and gentlemen, when in Rome. Uh, yeah, maybe there's a sex scene to stop or my mom will shoot. I forgot. I'm sorry, but I should have given that movie more credence. Uh, yeah, this is the blow shit up. At one point, he blows Sharon Stone up, but then she's like, "No, wait a minute, that wasn't me. That was I knew you were gonna do that, so I got a corpse and planted her there." Like what? It was a dead woman, looked like me. Just put her in there. I'm alive. I'm here. Um, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. This is a personal choice you're gonna have to make in your life. Do you want to see this? And I love revisiting these anniversary movies. Like I had to watch Street Fighter because it was also 30th anniversary, also from 1994. Cheesy as hell. There are also shitty movies though, like Mother's Boys. That movie is objectively terrible. It's not even a fun watch. It's weird. Like she's trying to seduce her son. It's very weird. It doesn't work. As much as I love Jamie Lee Curtis, it just doesn't work. But some of these other movies are just really cheesy fun. Um, Seagal movie that I watched too, for an anniversary was it ends with him giving, like, a 5-minute speech on climate change. Like, what is this? This movie ends with Sylvester Stallone and Sharon Stone driving off to a song that you'll never predict, but was so popular in the 90s that they were like, "Yes, we're doing this." And I'm like, what the fuck does Turn the Beat Around have to do with this movie? Anyway, um, it's excellent, ugh, in so many ways, and sort of that fun, if you're looking for something goofy, silly, action related, yeah, this is all those. I mean, I think the movie he made before this was Demolition Man, so we should have known this was coming. So, this is The Specialist. It's excellent. It's cheesy action goodness, and it still holds up 30 years later as cheesy action goodness. It's one of those films I watched on cable, and I don't even think I saw this whole thing. I think I just saw like part of it. I was like, oh, The Specialist. Never seen that before. I should check it out. Of course, I saw cable edit, which means I didn't get to see the whole Stallone sex scene or get all of the, you know, F-bombs and stuff from Woods. But I got a vibe. I was able to be like, oh my god, what? And it's the kind of vibe that you get from some Jean-Claude Van Damme movies from around the same time period. Schwarzenegger has a couple movies, if we're being honest, that are cheesy fun. Depending on your ability to tolerate Last Action Hero, I would nominate that. But yeah, this is definitely for Stallone. This falls under uh, that little that little special. It threads that needle very well. Of this is not good, but it's fun, and just sort of lays into that action stuff from the 90s where we just love to blow shit up. Like, you would think Michael Bay would have directed this, and I'm sure he would have if he was directing big films at this point. You know what I'm saying? But he was just shy of jumping in with Jerry Bruckheimer and starting to get into those films. So he was just shy from starting to blow things up. Anyway, The Specialist. I don't really know how to grade this movie. I don't have like a strong, this is not like a Desert Island movie for me. But I do have fun with it, and there's something to be said for that. Like, I don't hate myself after watching The Specialist. It's not good. The audio description was fine. It did, it kind of did what it was supposed to do in all of the beats. I wasn't like left behind. I thought all of the blowing up of the action, some stuff that I remembered loosely from the one time I watched it on cable. I was like, oh, I think I remember that, like that kind of feeling. But I'm not super familiar with The Specialist. It was just a nice revisit and a nice thing where I finally could say I saw the whole of the movie, and it's just cheesy fun. I'm gonna give it probably a higher grade than you would expect. I'm gonna give it like a B because it is entertaining. I feel like when Maximus is standing there, are you not entertained? And it's like, I am entertained. And that's the answer here. The Specialist. I was entertained. I also recognize there are a multitude of problems with this film. However, they all seem to perfectly coalesce in something that is oddly watchable and weirdly enjoyable. So, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and I will see you guys on the other side.